A few hours earlier, this was a party. But early Sunday morning, Gravel Pit Lake turned into a frightening scene. Mandy Watt was there.
Down there, and we just thought people were like jumping in the lake being stupid or whatever, and then people started like freaking out, and there were people like screaming and crying, and like more people started jumping in.
There was alcohol and drugs at the party, but it's not clear exactly how the vehicle ended up in the lake.
I don't know. I've heard there's lots of rumors going around.
Right now, friends are remembering Kendall Moore and Craig Wood.
Just doesn't feel real at first. It's just really, really shocking to hear about it. There's nothing like everybody did what they could, but it wasn't enough, obviously.
Quitzel Lake, known as Gravel Pit Lake, is around 40 kilometers west of town off Highway 16. A memorial is coming together at the shore.
He was just a really funny guy, honestly, like nice to be around, funny. He's just him, just Craig.
The school district says it's ready to support students through this difficult time.
Because we do from time to time have these events, we do have critical events response teams that are able to respond really on a moment's notice to incidents of this type.
Members of the district's behavior team will be available, and not just at DP Todd.
To be able to get to address the needs of the kids that we know are going to be affected in 6 of our secondary schools, not just one.
As I understand it, there's a wide variety of age groups that were there. We certainly haven't spoken to them all, so there's a possibility certainly that youth were there for sure.
The lake party was not a school-sponsored event. What was supposed to be fun has caused a lot of grief.
I just want to give my condolences to the two families and the friends and everything.
Camille MacDonald, CKPG News. The teachers' contract dispute has been simmering for months. As the BCTF members get ready to vote on a full-scale strike, many class field trips and year-end celebrations are being cancelled. Despite the odds being stacked against them, at one local school, the show must go on. Months of preparation, all for this moment.
I think it's moving. Oh, it's walking. It's a little person.
But it almost didn't happen.
It wasn't until just this week that it really hit me.
These PGSS students just made their debut in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
The beauty of this program is it's student run. So these guys are the directors, they're the script editors, they build the set, they basically run the show. I just facilitate it throughout the year. So by the time showtime comes around, they can do it on their own.
Which is exactly what happened. Drama teacher Angela Finley has been sidelined. The strike and lockout meant she couldn't be there for opening night.
We were quite fortunate. Admin has been really supportive, so they've taken over supervising, and it's actually worked out really well because this is the students' curriculum. This play is something they work to all year long.
She has put so much time and effort into it. It's so much of her own time, so much of her own everything.
But Miss Finley didn't have control over the labor dispute.
Tuesday, there was no school, so we couldn't be here again for our dress rehearsal.
This team jumped over plenty of hurdles just to keep the show going. But so far, audience turnout isn't what they'd hoped. Some elementary schools did make it to the matinee performance, but
others were not because it would involve travel time at lunch. And again, due to the strike lockout situation, it's made it a little bit of a challenge.
That's not only bad news for the actors. The show is also a fundraiser honoring a PGSS student who's battling cancer.
All of the proceeds are going to the Leora Fund, and that's really important that the kids also have a sense of community and are able to give back a little bit with it.
Imported direct from Lupaland. I know what a terrible country it is. Nothing but thick jungles.
They've memorized lines, and they've brought in props, and they've painted and built things, and they've done sewing to make the chocolate river, which is 50 meters of brown chiffon.
It was tough, but we made it work.
We pulled it off, and that's now the main thing. The government lockout and strike, that doesn't really matter to us.
And honestly, I'm so proud of them and the hard work that they've put into this. It's really special.
So no matter what happens next in the contract dispute, these students were still able to have their moment in the spotlight. It's a phenomenon that started in California, spread to Vancouver, and now it's here. A treasure hunt is taking over social media, and if you're quick, you might just find the cache. Left, right, up and down. Jason Luke looks for just the right spot. Inside the envelope, a crisp 50.
disgusting. This is the worst part.
A second on his smartphone, and the hunt is on. Ryan Dernbach just happened to see a photo of today's location on the Hell Yeah Prince George Facebook page.
Of course I have to find it first.
A peek here and there, and the cash is his.
Like 5 minutes ago I was in the library studying. I come down to get it and I'm going to buy everyone Timmy's. Yeah, just give them $50 and say, you know, whatever people want, just use it till it's gone.
I was expecting the money when I hit it to stay for a number of days. I didn't think it would go that fast. But it's good that it has, and usually people are there within a couple minutes and then they tweet it right away or put it on Facebook, and then people know not to come because it's already been found.
The treasure hunt is about more than just money. Less than a year ago, the realtor moved back to Prince George. He says he loves the city and all it has to offer.
It's good for the community for sure. And Prince George is growing, and there's a lot of good aspects to it that people aren't aware of, and that's just a great place to post. So,
Hell Yeah Prince George has only been around a few months. It's grown to be a place for locals to come together, share stories, and make friends.
This sets a positive avenue for the city, and they're doing a great work promoting the city and all positive things, and this is another branch of it, and if it wasn't for those guys, I wouldn't be able to do it.
Luke plans to hide the cash every day for at least the next 2 weeks. And every time a finder posts their prize on Facebook, he'll donate another $50 to the local SPCA shelter. He wants to inspire others to give back.
Take, the positive things in Prince George and sort of pay it forward, help someone in the community, volunteer. I mean, it's such a great place, and it can only be a great place with the people that live here. So just keep doing, positive things.
With every envelope, he's trying to show off all the places that make Prince George great and spread some smiles.